Hello Opal family. So this is the winner of the most recent vote. This was the 53 Frogs rough parcel. This is Opal number 3. So it's a nice big mysterious piece. If you look at that, it's got a green colour bar with a red underbar. I don't know if underbar is the correct terminology for it. I have just invented that. But there is a red bar underneath that green and it comes through quite well every now and then. So we're going to go ahead and carve this up with the novas, and we'll start off with a rough diamond bit and see how it looks after the crust. But really it's just that tiny window here that you can see anything on, and it's got a bright rolling green and a flash of red as well. But the rest of it's a complete mystery. So this is something that Justin covers a lot in his Black Opal Directs channel. We just take it step by step, and step 1 is to grind around the outer edge of that colour bar and see how far it gets to these outer walls. Try to get rid of some of these inclusions at the same time. Hopefully they're not too bad. They don't look too bad. This little divot in here is a little bit concerning, but we'll see how that goes. And then we'll see which direction we think it'll face well at. Dear Lord. It's about 400 degrees in here and I'm boiling, and obviously my brain is cooked. So hopefully we don't make any mistakes. But yeah, we're just going to go around the edge and then decide a top or bottom and go from one side or the other. Most likely this will be the top, just from my brief examination of it. But we can't be 100% certain until we check it out. So let's hit the tips. Oh my, Opal can be incredibly harsh and cruel sometimes. So you can see there from the sped up footage, I just went for the two sides alongside the colour bar. And would you believe it, but I think that colour bar actually just stops here. I think that's it. What we're seeing is all we're going to get out of this stone. Now I didn't show it on camera, but this piece weighed 5 carats to begin with. Pretty much dead on 5 carats. And I honestly think, and you've only got to laugh at it because otherwise you'll be suicidal. You've only got to laugh, but I think the colour bar really does just come up to there. So we're going to get this tiny little stone on the end here. I mean, it could still look amazing, but we're looking at less than a carat. I mean, that might even be a half carat stone. Maybe a bit over half carat stone. But well under a carat. And dear Lord, that's incredibly disappointing. I was really hoping that would continue in under the sand. I didn't look at it too closely. I mean, you saw me rate them and pick out the 4 random ones. Well, 4 that I thought had some potential. And that was the first time I'd seen them, so I didn't hit it with a light or anything like that. I just thought, oh, whatever, it looks promising. Red and green. Anything with red is a hell of a prize. And I see a slight bit of green up to here, and I think that's where it just ends. I think that's the colour bar just there. That's the trouble when you can only see one tiny window of the stone. I think this one is, yeah. Hook, line and sinker, it's got me. So what we'll do here is we'll take off the top just a little bit. I'll still use the diamond bit. Just take off the top, get rid of this sand, and have a look at how far this color bar actually goes. And then we're just going to have to give it a quick slice, snip it down, and then we're going to be working with a real small piece. Unfortunately, there's not much more you can do. And well, there you go. Opal can be harsh sometimes. But we'll make do with what we've got, and let's carry on. Well, would you have a look at that? After all of that rough, we end up with this little guy. So it's by no means a top quality gem. On the face there's a little sand spot just there. The outer edge isn't great. I think I could actually trim that back even further if I really wanted to, but a lot of that inclusion stuff will still remain. There's this weird dark patch of potch. As soon as I saw that when I did the snip, I was like, oh my god, hopefully it just rests right on that dark, but that black potch kind of finishes halfway through the face. So half of it's got that white backing, half of it's got that dark backing, and you can see the huge difference between how the colour appears on both. But what little colour there was is quite bright, and I'm quite happy with that. This will be used in future videos, I reckon, because I want to try to make some rings wire wrapping, and I reckon that's a pretty good size. I do have fairly big fingers, but for a lady with a finger half the size of mine, I reckon it would be alright. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. Just for a laugh though, I would grind this back a little bit more, but I don't know how big I need the stone to do the wire wrapping. There's a chance that I might take more of the back off. I took a little bit off camera before I dopped it. And for those interested, I was dopping with super glue because I wasn't expecting to dop. And I just wanted a quick dop just to get it on a stick and good to go. So that's where super glue comes in handy. Wax is also good for that because it just solidifies quickly. But I couldn't use the Araldite epoxy. And look at that. I did say it looked like it was a bit over half a carat. And I reckon I'd take a little bit of the back off a little bit more, and it would get much closer to my estimate. So this is a bit of an overestimate at the moment. But we went from 5 carats down to this. 0.7. Oh, you just gotta laugh. You gotta have the right blood for this. And I think that blood group is B positive. It's the kind of attitude you gotta have. Though it's a lovely pattern. Red-green is quite unusual. It is a little bit of an orangey red. In person it's a bit redder than what is showing up on camera at the moment. I think it's because the lights are a little bit cool. So it's highlighting that green-blue more, but that orange there looks much more red-like in person. All in all, a nice cute little stone, and we'll find a use for it. One thing I will say is when you're practicing and starting, just treat every stone like it's a priceless gem. You want to focus on getting that shaping right. You want to focus on making sure each stage you go up in grits, you're not leaving behind any huge scuffs. So this isn't even a cerium finish yet, this is just a Nova tip. So you can see it does actually get to a polished stage on some stones. But yeah, so there's little imperfections. Those kind of things you want to get rid of if you think you can without taking away too much from the stone. Unfortunately for me, that was in a real nice patch of colour. There is a chance it could clear up, but I've left it there for now. And yeah, it's a cute little tiny thing. I've got this new mat. If I place it down on the mat and refocus, so each of those grids is a centimetre. 10 mils by 10 mils, so that gives you an estimate kind of size of what it is without me needing to get out any calipers or anything. So yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool, pretty fun. Pretty disappointing when you consider, like, even the part that I cut off is this massive chunk here. So yeah, we went from 5 carats to 0.7. Quite a big drop. And that's opal. I was hopeful, but you're always hopeful, and this is sometimes what you end up with. So unfortunate, but we just carry on, and I will do exactly that. I'll see you guys in the next video.